Bishop of Radio is back.
DJ Sbu Live with DJ Sbu, weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m.
One love up top. A1 don't stop. Sefa young cop, Sefa young cop, Sefa young cop.
Where will I be? Yeah. Where will I go? Yeah. If I die, I know wake up again. Where will I be? Where will I go?
His name is Desmond Kwesi Blackmore, born on the 12th of Jan 1987, known by his stage name D Black. D Black is a Ghanaian Anglophone hip-hop and Afrobeat musician. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the studio. His resume is so thick. He's from Ghana in Accra, a Ghanaian and English father, Mr. John Derek Blackmore, and Ghanaian mother, Adeline Boateng. They gave birth to this amazing, talented young man. He released his first album entitled Target Practice. A year later, he released a second album called Music, Love and Life, which proved to be more successful than the first and allowing him to go on tour across 10 cities in Ghana. And in 2012, Blackmore released a third album called The Revelation, which featured appearances from other rappers including Sakodi, Mo Cheddar, and Joey B. Vera. One of the songs from the album was played on several Ghanaian radio stations and reached a number one on Ghanaian urban music charts. Without having to read the resume further, it's very thick and long like a Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into studio, Mr. D Black. How you doing, brother?
I'm very good, and thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here. What brings you to South Africa, my brother?
South Africa is like my second home. I think this is like my 15th time here.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been coming here since 2010. I think I first came here when I was nominated for the Channel O's and MTVs.
Yeah.
And I think there was always happening here at the Channel O's.
Yeah.
And the Mamas. So I was here 7 years in a row every year.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's a long stretch.
It's quite interesting. I mean, I've had so much fun in those awards. I've presented some, and I've also met a lot of people in those awards. And to see that it's now 10 years later, that's how quickly time flies. That was 2010. Now it's 2020.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
The music industry has changed. What is the landscape of the music industry in Ghana?
I started off when I was 23. That's when I got my first break. My first album got me nominated for the BET Awards, Channel O's, and then finally I won in 2014 here.
Yeah.
So I'm in my 10th year, 4 albums. It's been an amazing journey. I took a break 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm back at it now.
So you took a 3-year break.
Yeah.
And I took a 10-year break, and I'm back at it now.
Oh, wow.
In studio album coming in 2 months, but having taken a break gives you an opportunity to look at the game as an outsider, sort of. Because sometimes when you're in it, it's not easy to sort of, look at it differently. So, I put on a different lens. I watched the game, and I watched it at a time when social media and the internet is just growing at an amazing, alarming rate. I look at it now and I'm like, wow, it's more fertile now. There's more opportunities now.
It definitely is.
What do you think in this 3 years has happened since you left the game and now that you're coming back? And what do you think you're going to be bringing back now that is different from what you offered before?
Okay, so I didn't totally leave the game. I was still in the game, but I started a record label and signed new artists, and I was doing features and I was dropping singles once in a while. But I haven't put out a full body of work and gone in like I did in my first 7 years. However, social media has changed the way marketing and promoting music works now, and I feel like now with this we could touch so many different parts of the world with the social media angle, and I'm excited to get into it.
I'm also excited too, man. We're excited to have you in studio, guys. His name is D Black, visiting Mzansi all the way from Ghana, 20 minutes before 4. Monkey No Fine, welcome to Massive Metro and the voice of Tembisa. The time is 15 minutes before 4 o'clock. It's a great afternoon. His name is D Black featuring Kelvin Boy. Telling me off air that Sbu, the song that you guys are playing are my favorite songs. They're not even my biggest commercial songs, but why did you guys choose to play these songs? Hey, we figured. We figured you probably like these songs. Now, you're one of those artists that are not just an artist. You've got Black Avenue Films, which is a film company that I think you own production. Tell us a little bit more about that. And you also own Club Onyx.
Yeah.
So you're a businessman apart from the record label.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I took a break as well. I wanted to focus on some of my other dreams. So about 5 years ago, there was an artist in my country called Castro.
Yeah, I've heard of Castro.
Yeah, big. He had the biggest song in the country featuring me, and then I had the number 2 song in the country featuring him.
Oh, is it?
And then he died.
Right,
a month after. So I took a break then, and then I started investing my time and energy in Black Avenue Films.
Yeah.
And I built a nightclub called Club Onyx as well.
Yeah.
And it's been a while, and now I'm back to the music. So that's in that period I was focusing on these other things as well.
Yeah. And then how easy or difficult is it for an artist to run successful businesses when you've got a music career to focus on?
It's really difficult. Balancing both, it's really, really difficult. You can't move as much as you want to. You can't travel to do shows as much as you'd like to, because you have to be back in the capital or your home running these other businesses as well. The presence is required, especially when you're an artist and you're running like a club and a label and a film company. It's really difficult splitting yourself, and you can't move like you want to, but now the businesses are going to a certain point where now I could take a step back and let people run it, and I can get back to the love of my life, which is music.
Geez, it's quite an interesting story, because I can relate to your story, bro. And you've also done a clothing line, and you're currently doing some work with C-Rock.
Yeah, okay, so the clothing line is something that I do anytime I put an album out.
Yeah, merchandise.
So, yes, it's merch. Yeah, so this is I'm on my 4th album, so I've put out 4 different lines, actually 3 different lines. My first album didn't have that. I hadn't thought about it then.
Yeah.
So when I do it on this album, it'll be the 4th time. And Ciroc, I was a brand ambassador for Ciroc, but that contract ended just before I built the club, because I couldn't do both.
Oh yeah, you had to choose.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah. That is quite interesting, man, to be the businessman that you are, and be an artist as well. What I've seen with my I can relate to your story, as I'm saying that my story is similar. My break was a little bit longer, but I'm lucky, because till today, I mean, a lot of people still recognize my work and my name. So I don't want to call it, I don't like referring to myself as a celebrity, but that power is still out there. Have you experienced such? As you thinking like, okay, I've been away so much from the music, and they know me through the music, which built these businesses. Now maybe my star power is sort of going a little bit down. I don't know. Do you have those type of thoughts sometimes?
Okay, so interestingly for me, I think my brand is stronger than the music.
Yeah.
In Ghana, because I don't make the commercial music that's really out there.
Yeah.
Out there. I don't make music in the local language back home.
Yeah.
And that's the most commercially successful music. I rap in English and a little bit of Pidgin, which is not the most popular genre of music.
Yeah.
It's sort of like AKA and the people who are doing the house records here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So lucky for me, even without the music on the radio as heavy as that, the star power is still there, and I'm grateful. Not a lot of people have it, but it works for me.
Yeah, it's worked for me as well, and I'm really grateful. But then, do you envision, now that you're coming back to the game, do you envision the type of attention and the type of success you're gonna get through the music, or the attention? How do you think it's gonna affect your businesses?
Okay, so the first thing I thought about was, now all the people that made me successful when I first started, don't listen to the type of music that we're making back then. They're in their 30s now, they're in their 40s now.
Yeah.
So now you have to make music. You have to decide whether you're going to cater to that age group that you were doing 10, 9, 8 years ago, or you're going to still supply or feed your core fans. And that's the difficult thing for me. Are the people who were your fans from jump gonna still appreciate the music when you give it to them, or are you gonna try and satisfy the people who actually consume the music more, which is like the 18, 19, 20-year-olds. That's the difficult thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. See, the story is very similar, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's quite amazing, my brother. I can really, really relate to you. So we'll take a break and we'll come back. We'll ask him a little bit more about any potential collaborations locally, some of his plans for the year. His name is D Black, artist from Ghana, paying visit to Mzansi. Welcome to Joburg. I was younger then, I had hit records then. Those guys are grown, as you say. You know, they're parents now, they've got kids, they've got families, they're leaders, they've got good positions wherever they're working. So now, are you gonna want to go and compete with the hottest kids now?
Yep.
Or you wanna go and cater for your market?
Yep.
That has grown with you. And I've decided to go, cater for my market. Which means then I'm not gonna be the most popular guy on the charts and all of that.
Yep.
But I'm fine with these guys. Because these guys I know, they've shown me their loyalty and they've supported me before, you know? Yeah, so that's the route
Very,
I
very
took.
true.
That's the route I took. So you did the same, no?
Okay, so now I've been recording the new stuff, but I'm looking at like some of the songs I did before I took the break.
Yeah.
I did something with Boosie here.
Yeah.
Then I took a break and I never put the song out.
Oh, Boosie.
Then I did something with Casper and the Rest.
And then Boosie became big, eh?
Yeah. And
When did you do something with Boosie?
3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Now she's bigger. She's even done a track with Beyonce.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with the Lion King. Yeah, the brown skin.
No, not that Boosie.
Not that Boosie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the heavy kid, the one who did a song with it.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
same.
one.
It's the same one.
that's the same one. Yes, that's the same one.
So I have the song.
Boosie. So.
Not Boosie's one. Boosie.
Oh, Boosie. Oh, that is why. Boosie, the one who did Superman with Black Coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then I did
dope.
something
She's
with
dope.
Casper too. And I never put any of them. I never.
And then you did something with Casper when?
Same period.
Is it? And Casper is bigger now as well.
Yeah, I was with him yesterday.
Yeah, it's bigger.
We never put it's out there. It's like it's on Apple Music, but we never promoted.
You never promoted, you never shot the video. I get you.
So now, I don't know whether to put those songs out or put the new material out. Or mix it up. I don't know.
Yeah. But are you working on a full body of work?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, same here.
So I don't know whether to add those songs that I never did anything
You
with.
must add them. You know, I also put out 1 or 2 singles as of, I'm going to add those singles onto the project because they don't belong to any project. They're just singles.
Yeah.
You know? And there's a lot of people also did not see those singles. I mean, one of them I did not even shoot a video. I did a collaboration with an American lady named Portia Monique. We didn't even shoot the video. It was a beautiful song, but I'm going to include it on the album. So rock them on the album, Boosie is dope, Casper is dope. And I can imagine the collab with Casper is dope.
Yeah, you can play it.
Yeah? Let me see.
It's online. You can type it.
Oh, okay. So let me check it out. Please check it for me there. What is it called?
D Black, Casper and the Rest, Elale.
Elale.
E-L-A-L-E.
D Black, Casper on your vest. Let me check it out. Let's do this.
Pop, still got my clothes on. Hey, you good? Everything good, home? No reply, 8 hours, she pistol. Seems like the same thing over again, yo. And you get fed up, you wanna move on. Wanna forget about me and start a new home. Try to block
Oh wow,
me out.
2016. That's already 4 years ago. Yo. Okay, we're gonna rock that.
Instagram looking so much fun, huh?
It's still a youngster there.
I'm trying to
Like
make a
what?
plan, babe. When you see everything's a little different now. I'm just trying to make my family in the face.
Started coming out here. One of my closest friends was Double HP.
Yeah, may so rest in peace, man.
So rest in peace. And I think he was signed to Casper at the time. Casper was signed to him at the time.
I was signed to him,
Yeah, he hadn't blown up or anything.
Yeah.
So fast forward, 5 years later, I meet this kid that I used to see in Double HP's house.
Yeah, with the long ponytail.
Yeah, and he had a big song.
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
And I was in the studio with, what's the name of that producer? Yeah, I was in the studio, and the producer was friends with him and called him and said, "Yo, you got to come do a song with this guy from Ghana." So he comes, and I'm like, "Oh, that's the guy I used to see in Double HP's house." And right there, we did that song, and that's just before I took the break, and I never really put it out or anything. We kept talking, we kept bumping into each other, but we never put the song out properly or anything. And I was with him yesterday, and play it. You can play the song.
All right, let's rock it. This is D Black and Casper.
I be reppin' for my city now. They was hoping that I never make it. What? Who making money now? Everybody, let's go. What? Drop down. What? Now, hands up. Boom, boom, white. What? Yeah, now I'm in funds, white. Yeah. Backtracking was still trapping, no I ain't have it. Nominated was still elated, no I ain't cop it. Calculated the shopping list, no I ain't bag it. Drop a lot by the Bugatti, no I ain't bought it yet. How they come for the throne for your neck vex? How they bet I'ma win in the next set? Nobody jet set, different city, same set, same guard, same crew. Look up, they go, yes. I'm in Mali, they know how I'm bowling. Affectionately, club stuff call me Spalding or Rowlands. The way I be turning up is a power. It's a rock boy, that hot boy, I'm that boy. Every single day, what? Illa. I be reppin' for my city now. Illa. They was hoping that I never make it. Illa. What? Who making money now? Illa. Everybody, let's go. What? Drop down. What? Now, hands up. Boom, boom, white. Chuck. What? Yeah, now I'm in funds, right? Yeah.
Quit acting like y'all don't hear me. If it ain't about the profit, it does not concern me. I go nerdy as hard as popcorn early, and my flow fucked up like John Sterling. That's why niggas want me locked up, cause I rock props. And so like I'm up top. Till them joke down, nigga. Cause we on this shit. I got more kicks than Solange and shit. I am the people's champion. He could damn your ego and defeat your standards. He who stands between the man, 3 new brands. Probably gon' end up shaking my deepest hand.
Every single day, what?
Illa.
I be reppin' for my city now.
Illa.
They was hoping that
Beautiful tune. It's a beautiful tune. Casper, Ayla, Ale. And you're still toying around the idea of putting it into your brand new album, right?
Yep.
And then any
I think I
plans
will.
for 2020? It has to be.
Oh, we'll do a new one.
I was just saying it has to be in there. Or maybe just do a new one, you know?
Yeah, we probably will.
So what are the plans for 2020?
Okay, so a new body of work, probably about two different projects, a mixtape and an album.
Okay.
Before the end of 2020.
Yeah, just to put there's not enough music out there.
Yeah.
People have missed you for a while.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, maybe and what's the standard in Ghana albums? Like 10-track, 12-track albums? Because I know Kanye came out with like a 7-track album.
Yeah, Ghana is even more. Ghana is like 15, 16, 17 tracks.
Yeah, we used to do that here as well. Yeah.
You know, I don't think I have an album that has less than 15 songs.
Is it?
Ever in my entire career.
Oh, that's good. So you give your fans enough, yeah.
Yeah, but this time we'll probably do like 12-12 or 12-10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, welcome to South Africa, bro. It's great to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to your growth. We will be looking at your work, following you on social media, and connecting. I'm looking forward to see what you have to offer this time around.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, and maybe I'll speak to your manager. We can probably just do a collaboration ourselves as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
How long are you here for?
2 weeks.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. Just jump into my crib and let's do something.
Let's do it.
That would be really dope. So, guys, I'll let you. Actually, expect it. Let me let you guys know. Expect it on my coming album, DJ Sbu featuring D Black. We'll talk about it and we'll make it happen.
Let's get it.
Thank you. Remember the name D Black, guys. Remember the name D Black, guys. Remember the name D Black. What's the name of Ghana's #1 rapper? D Black. Remember the name.